in your past talks, you brought greater understanding to being around those that are not empathetic. Can you talk a bit more about how to interact and live around those that don't have this shift? I find being around them, including friends and partner, to be quite draining, and I don't feel understood or how to live peacefully around them and have meaningful time together. Can you talk a bit on this and how you navigate this with your life? I don't think that I've necessarily got it set up perfectly on the human level. For me, the fundamental dynamic for me is honesty. And I think that has got to, I think it's a character trait, it's part of being an empath, honesty. But then I think it's also that, like what I'm trying to allude to when I say honesty is that you kind of give the reins back, you kind of give the reins over to life and let life speak through you. And that's very honest and very heartfelt. It's very true to that character. It's like speaking out the deep unconscious without a filter, in a way. So it's just letting the body run automatically and speaking out the deep unconscious, and the character, the self-awareness and the character and the updates of that person need to come in. So there needs to be conscious thinking about certain things. But most of the time it's just letting the body, mind do as it does. And then there's a reflection, you know, if I act inappropriately, if I upset somebody, if I need to think about something or reflect about something, then I do, there's that capacity. But it's predominantly, to me, what I call honesty is that there's an absolute letting go and just letting it out, like letting everything hang loose. So it's like saying what you think and feel, and I find that in that, Lisa's not nasty, actually. Like, I don't know if, like, when we totally let go and we're not always identified with this illusion, I don't know if characters are necessarily nasty. I do make mistakes though, and I do selfish things, and I can be nasty to people, but predominantly by accident. It's not for a plan of wanting to put them down or wanting to be better than them. It's predominantly accidental. Not that that's an excuse. And when I say accidental, I mean it's like an conscious mechanism that's just kind of appearing and doing its dance. And so that's what is predominantly important for me, is that honesty and being around people that can take that. And that doesn't mean that I'm enlightened. It means that I can be a crazy motherfucker if that's what's called for. So like craziness comes out. Like I have to dance around the house going, or I have to shout because the washing's been rained on, motherfucking cunt, or I get angry, or I get impulsive, or I do stupid things, or it's really like surrendering to that, like giving life over, like really giving life back to that unknown place where it comes from. It's really trusting. And to me, it's about trust. So what does that mean about the people I'm around? It means that I predominantly want to be around people that can take that. So that means that mostly I want to be around people that are into this subject. So it's about being around people that I can trust and feeling that they can accept that side of me, which isn't an enlightened, nice, wonderful person. It's this machine. It's full of everything. So and it also means that there can be conflict, but that we can both look at that conflict together, and like in the moment there might be heat, but we can like separate and then come back to that issue and look at it in a reflective way and calm down from it and work past it and look at how to improve that situation. So that's my criteria for the people that I surround myself with, is to feel like I can be myself. And that's a feeling that I have in my body. And I don't know why it is. Some people I can and some people I can't. It could be that they're identified. It could be that our personalities just don't work. Who knows? More than likely, they're going to be into this subject to be that open. But I'm always open to the unknown. Who knows at the end of the day? So that's my criteria, but that's also not always possible. So there are family members and people that I'm around where my character's not welcome. Like, my character is welcome at a small amount. It's a limited. Like, I mean, this is quite intense, like this character in a way, because for a lot of people, they want to talk shallowly, and I'm happy to talk on a shallow level, but only on things that I'm interested in. Like, so, you know, I couldn't spend much time talking about shoes or clothes. We can do a brief amount of that. And I will try my best if, say, my mother loves shoes, so I'll try my best to put energy into like talking or looking at shoes with her. But it becomes a bit fake in the end. Like, I have empathy, so I have this ability to empathize with people and to want to relate to them. But it's better that I surround myself with people that I have similar interests with as well. So I normally always like to be deep about everything and to like really think about things. So if we're going to talk about politics, I'm happy to talk about politics. Then it's like not on a superficial level, and the same with most things. Like, there have to have that feeling that our conversation is expansive. So, but yeah, it's tough being in this society at the moment because a lot of people are really deeply asleep and lost in illusion.